The first time Lieutenant Elias Varen saw her, she wasn't glowing. That's what caught his attention. On a ship full of luminous beings, she alone seemed dim, her light subdued like a star that had forgotten to burn. She was Kira, an emissary from the Linthari Dominion, assigned to the human vessel Asterion for cultural exchange. Her people were energy-based life forms housed in biocrystalline shells, living prisms of color and motion. To most humans, they looked breathtaking and alien. To Elias, she looked lonely. He'd been posted on the Asterion for 4 years, long enough to stop staring at new species. But Kira was different. She spoke softly, her voice resonating like music underwater. When she smiled, her translucent cheeks caught starlight, scattering it across the room. And maybe that's why, against all regulation and reason, Elias asked her to dinner. "Dinner?" she echoed, voice lilting with amusement. He rubbed the back of his neck. "You know, humans eat together when we want to talk. Get to know someone." "I know what dinner is," she said. "But we don't consume solids. Wouldn't that make conversation awkward? I'll eat. You can just, absorb light or whatever you do." She tilted her head, studying him. "You're serious?" "Completely." Her glow brightened to faint lavender, a Linthari signal for curiosity. "No human has ever invited me to a personal meal before." "Well," he said, smiling, "there's a first time for everything." That night, they met in Observation Deck 12, a quiet dome of glass overlooking the gas giant below. He'd replicated food from Earth, spaghetti, garlic bread, and a small candle that flickered awkwardly in 0G. Kira floated beside him, the candlelight dancing inside her crystalline body like fire trapped in glass. "Your customs are inefficient," she said, watching him twirl pasta. "Yet comforting." "Yeah," Elias said with a grin. "That's humanity in a nutshell." For an hour, they talked about her people's perception of time. They saw it as color shifts, her struggles adapting to the ship's artificial gravity, and his childhood growing up on the dusty colonies of Mars. She listened intently, asking questions no one ever had before. Finally, she asked, "Why did you invite me here, Elias Varen?" He hesitated. "Because you seem sad." Her glow dimmed again. "We don't feel sadness the way you do." "I don't buy that," he said softly. "I see it every time you stare out that window." She was silent for a long moment, then whispered, "We used to sing to the stars. But after the war, we stopped. Some lights never came back." Elias reached out instinctively and stopped halfway, uncertain if touch was allowed. To his surprise, she met him halfway, her luminous fingers brushing his skin. A tingling warmth spread through his arm, like sunlight breaking through cold water. For a heartbeat, neither moved. After that night, they spent every spare hour together. They walked the docking rings, exchanged stories, shared music. He taught her to play a human instrument, a violin. Her resonance made the strings shimmer with alien tones no human had ever heard. In turn, she showed him how to see emotion through color. With her help, he began to notice faint hues around living beings, subtle vibrations of feeling. "You're learning resonance," she said one night, glowing in gentle gold. "That's rare for your kind." "Guess I'm just special," he joked. But she didn't laugh. "You are," she whispered. "And that's what frightens me." Weeks passed and rumors spread. Crew members whispered about the human officer and his alien companion. The captain warned Elias gently, "Be careful, Lieutenant. The Linthari don't see relationships the way we do." But by then it was too late. He didn't just admire Kira, he loved her. Not the way humans love, with hearts racing and clumsy words, but in the quiet way of someone who's finally found the missing sound in their song. And then came the mission to the Rho 7 Nebula. The Asterian was assigned to stabilize a wormhole generator near the nebula, a task requiring delicate energy calibration. Kira volunteered to assist, her species uniquely suited to manipulate raw energy fields. Elias watched from the control bay as her form hovered inside the glowing chamber, surrounded by spirals of light. The sensors overloaded with radiation spikes, and suddenly, alarms screamed. "Kira, get out of there," he shouted through the comm. Her voice echoed faintly, distorted. "The harmonic field is collapsing. I can stabilize it." Not alone. He ran into the chamber before anyone could stop him, ignoring the radiation warnings. The air crackled with energy. He could barely see her, just a silhouette of light trembling under pressure. "Elias, leave," she cried. "Your body can't withstand. Then we do it together." He grabbed the stabilization conduit, linking his suit's neural interface with hers. Pain tore through him, his mind flooding with sound and color, emotions and energy swirling into one blinding symphony. For a moment, he wasn't human anymore. He was connected. Through her. Through everything. When he awoke, the chamber was silent. The wormhole had stabilized. Kira hovered nearby, her glow faint but steady. She touched his face gently, tears of light falling onto his cheek. "You foolish human," she whispered. "You could have died." "You're welcome," he croaked weakly. She laughed, a sound that rippled through the walls like wind in crystal. "You shared resonance with me. Do you know what that means?" He blinked. "That we didn't die?" She smiled softly. "That we're bound. Your energy intertwined with mine. I can feel your heartbeat when I close my eyes." He froze. "Is that good?" "For me, it is everything," she said. "For you, it changes what you are." Over the next few days, strange things began to happen. Elias's neural readings showed faint light emissions. His hands occasionally flickered with color. He could sense people's emotions, faint waves of warmth, anger, joy, like ripples in air. The ship's doctor couldn't explain it. "You're evolving," she murmured. "Your cells are absorbing residual linthery energy." Kira avoided him for days after that. When he finally found her in the observation dome, she looked torn between wonder and sorrow. "They'll send me away," she said. "The council forbids hybrid resonance. They'll claim I altered you." "You didn't," he said. "I chose this." She met his gaze, her glow shifting from silver to deep blue. "You don't understand. Humans burn out when exposed to our essence. If the link continues, you'll dissolve, light without form." "So, what's the alternative?" "I forget you." Her silence was answer enough. That night, as the ship prepared to return to human space, Kira made her choice. She entered his quarters, her form dimmed almost completely. "I can sever the bond," she said quietly. "You'll live, but you'll forget me. It's the only way to save you." Elias's throat tightened. "Don't." She stepped closer, light flickering like dying embers. "Please. You won't survive otherwise." He shook his head. "Then I'll die remembering." Her voice trembled. "You think love is worth your existence?" He took her hands, cool, radiant, trembling. "It's not existence if I lose you." Her glow wavered violently between violet and gold, conflict, despair, love. Then, without another word, she pressed her forehead to his. A wave of warmth exploded through him. Time slowed. Memories, hers and his, fused. Her homeworld's crystal forests, his childhood sunsets, the first moment they touched.